Okay, I do understand that you've mentioned that you've been very busy for this week and wasn't able to do the social media content. That is okay as long as we were able to discuss it last time. I think what I wanted to revisit is um you how comfortable are you writing captions for a post? You're on mute.
I think for me, when I'm posting personal pictures like that,
Mm-hmm.
I think I think thinking of captions is very hard.
So you're not comfortable like coming up with a caption. So we do that, we call that like copywriting. Um Also that includes social media captions because we also have to think what we have to add in the graphics. It's not all about graphics. So if you rate yourself from 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself in terms of creating captions for a post?
I think it's six only.
6. Okay, understood. But did you know that there are tools out there that you can use to generate captions for your post?
No,
So I will show you. It's actually a paid account, but you can start with free for a limited credits. But then I think every month it refreshes. I'm just not sure, though I'm not really like using it most of the time. I just use it to get some ideas because, I'm just using the free account, but I'll show you in case you need it in the future. It's called copy.io. Let me just share my screen a little bit. Copy.ai. Okay. So maybe in the future you want to explore this one because content or caption writing is kind of tricky and time consuming. So you may want to explore this. So it's called copy.ai. This actually you just have to type the topic, the business name, and then a very short description of what the post is all about. And then when you generate it, it will generate like around 10 captions for you to choose from. And that is actually one of the, I think, the tricks for social media managers out there, also bloggers. If you're a blogger and you wanted to write content, sometimes you just, it takes time to think about all the words. So people just use this one. You just have to select, is it for social media? Is it for blog? Is it for a website? So it will help you generate captions, text, and all of these things. It's just one click away and then you're done. So this is actually paid, but I think this is very helpful, especially if you wanted to focus on copywriting. And so what I wanted to also discuss tonight is about how have you heard about community management or community moderation?
no,
So in social media, it's not just about content creation. You also have to manage the community, manage the followers or subscribers. So especially if the account has a group, so you have to manage the group, right? You have to think of a topics to engage with the members of the group, and also you have to come up with a plan in order to stay engaged with the audience at the same time capture more members. So part of community moderation, aside from the groups, like you are the moderator, if you've seen a or manage a group, you're part of groups, right? On Facebook.
yes,
Yeah, so you've seen like there are admins and moderators, right?
yes,
So that is actually part of the community moderation. So they're in charge of making sure that the contents are, whatever rules they have in the group. But aside from that, part of community moderation is also what we call engagement. So if you're managing a social media, you don't just create content, but you also maybe respond to comments, respond aside from responding. questions via actual messaging or inbox. You can also do like responding to comments, interacting with who interacts with the post. In that way, you are able to connect with them and hopefully grow your audience or grow the followers of the page. Because right now, like based on my experience, client is expecting that, once they hire a social media manager, their account, not the in terms of numbers, will grow like faster than before. But it's not that easy, especially if you don't have any plan on how to, attract the followers or something like that. But one of the, we've talked about it before, about reels, about videos that are engaging, because that's one way to gather followers and people to check in with your account. But I think that part, it's not always easy, especially if you don't have the resources to do it. But I think, um when it comes to maybe on your own business as a social media manager or virtual assistant, what what have you observed with other accounts that are offering the same? What do you think they are doing um in order to capture followers, likers, or engagement with other people or reach, if you are a virtual assistant or slash a freelancer? What have you noticed with their accounts? What are they posting usually? Like what have you seen if you're following anyone that are in the industry? You're on mute.
I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't
know
know.
any? You
Yes.
haven't seen any accounts that is in a virtual industry or whatever?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Um, for example, for virtual assistant coaches and academies, sometimes they tend to post about having six-figure income, working even
Um,
during
I
vacation.
think what's they're posting is like the life changing moments for example, they are just 8 to 5 working in the company, then
Mhm.
now a 6-digit earner like that.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you've seen a post that says they're earning six-figure right now, are you going to like their page and check their account?
Yes.
Okay. So that means it's an effective strategy, right? Um, so I would say that again, the strategy would depend on the industry, but in our industry, for example, I always like see people that are posting how much they're earning and the convenience of work for doing it anytime you want, wherever you are. So I think that's a very catchy, especially for those who are aspiring to become a virtual assistant. So that's in line with that one. I wanted to talk about like, share, and tag strategy. So if you've noticed in my page, I started I started that page like 2020 2020, like November or December or something like that. And one of the ways that I see for an account to grow is to come up with a promotion, like this page, share and tag, and then whatever freebies you're going to give them. So for example, like if you have a free coaching services, or you have a free PDF guides on how to blah blah blah, sometimes if you see it in groups, like they'll say, hey guys, I have a free guide on how to blah blah blah, let me know if you're interested, drop a comment down below or message me or blah blah blah. So it's actually a tactic to grow your followers or your connections. So this is one of the thing that I wanted you also to apply on your page, because you just created your Facebook page on your Instagram. But right now, how many followers do you have?
The one that I created,
Yeah, the one that you created.
I think it's just two, I guess.
Yeah, because you're not posting yet, right? Since usually one of the strategies, especially if the account is very new, is to come up with a promotion like that, share and tag promotion. It means that you have to give something for free for people to come in and check you out. So, if the portfolio, or the portfolio that I would love you to create, is try to think of a promotional strategies for your page. Like you will offer, let's just say, free logo for first three customers something. You can also use this as part of your portfolio. You can ask them for reviews so it can be added on your page, so it's like a win-win situation, I guess. But the goal here is that you have to come up with a like, share and tag promotion, whatever freebie, whatever offering that you can think of that would help capture audience to follow and check you out. So that would be great. I noticed, like, in the groups, especially for newbies, what they do is that they will offer free services in exchange for a testimony or a testimonial or a review, and then they will then use that review for their portfolio. So that's one thing to boost your, I think, your presence. And also, when you apply for a real job, you already have an existing reviews from other clients that you had. So have you tried asking for a testimony from your previous client?
Mm, I think from the remote task.
From the
Actually, the previous freelancing I did was in the remote task. It's back in 2020,
mm,
and the actually there's someone managing the project, and I think we can ask for reviews like that.
yep. So I think one way to also make sure to increase your profile out there is to ask for reviews for all your clients, and you can add it in your portfolio. So again, for the week, if you can try to create a like, share, and tag promotion so people will follow you on your page, whatever you can offer for free, maybe you'll help them with a free logo, or maybe a free template for their social media posts or something like that, or maybe whatever is convenient and easy for you, because it's for free, so you don't have to make it hard for yourself. So yeah, that's just one strategy that I wanted to share in relation to social media. But the whole topic for this week is about the website, and I'm pretty sure that it's not new to you, but I would like to check, have you created a website for your personal profile, for like a
Not
portfolio website?
not not yet.
Not yet. So you haven't really tried or thought about it before.
Actually, when we had a project for our school, we created a website for like information. So
Mm.
it's like we gather information. For example, the culture or food from Mexico, and then we're going to put it like in a blog.
Okay, so you
And using WordPress, I think my group mate did
mm,
that part.
okay. Okay, that's great. So it's more of the information of a product or something.
Mm, yes.
Okay. So actually for this week, what I wanted you to come up with is a website for your portfolio. Why do you think it's important to have a website as a portfolio?
I think for example, they can view what experience you already have, or what what service you can offer, and the quality. You can see like how good are you based from your portfolio.
Okay. Um, Why is it that why not just create a PDF file for my portfolio? Like a PDF file is easier, unlike with a website. Why do you think having a website is advantage compared to the like PDF or just a Word file?
I think the what makes the website better is like website is interactable. I think that's the good thing.
Yep, correct. So a website, people can interact with the website. You can add a booking link. You can add a maybe uh samples and then make it with a lot of effects to make it more professional looking compared with just creating a PDF and compiling everything in just, a slideshow or something. So it's not really interactive. So that's one reason why it is important to start a website for your portfolio. Now, I will show you samples. So when I started freelancing, well, I was just a trainee. I created this very first website. I did this via Wix. Can you see it?
Yes.
So this is my very, very first freelancing website, and I haven't really edited or visited this anymore. But this is the website that I created for myself, listing all the services that I offer and then about me, usual things. So in a website for a portfolio, you have to have an about page, you have to have a services, you have to have sample of your works, blogs if you can, but it's not really a top necessity, but and contacts. So I want you to start creating your own website, portfolio website. Make sure that you have the about page, you have the services, you have the portfolios or samples of your work, and then your contact information. Now, the services can be packages, it can be just listing down what you can do. So, anything that is convenient for you. So, this one, since this is my very first website, I just listed the things that I offer back then, like what I think I can do that time. So like that's very, very simple. And I also started with blogs, so just couple of blogs to upload in the site. um Once you have the website and you maintain it along the way, it is important to start blogging. Why do you think it's important to have a blog in a website?
Mm,
Any
upper,
guesses?
I think like for example, what you put there, why hire a virtual assistant? It's like additional convincing information like that. I don't know what's the answer.
Okay. No, that's okay. So, yep, aside from that, having a blog will help create um some sort of a like Google crawler, right? The whenever people searched on Google, Google then crawl on the web and find the right info or right website to display, right? If you have a blog, the blog can be a tool for you to increase the possibility of being seen when people search for example, my website or my services about virtual assistant. I use keywords like virtual assistant, social media manager, blah blah blah. So having a blog, I can add some text, some tags and keywords in my website, so that would help the crawler find me um uh, among all the millions of sources out there. But of course, it's also important that you understand SEO. That will be for future topics. But again, having a blog is just something that you can do along the way. It's not necessary right now because you're just building. But along the way, if you wanted to be consistent and you wanted to be seen and you wanted to really improve, your appearance on Google search, then I would highly suggest that you start creating blogs. So this is just an example of my very first website. And then right now, I'm not sure if you see my current website. So this is my current website. So of course, this one, this the first one I did that using Wix. This one I did it using GoDaddy, and I think it's also way easier. So yeah, like that. And what I have, as you can see, the services, the about, and the contact. Now, what I did with my services, I have grouped them together, depends on what I can offer. So the main goal of having a website is for to introduce yourself, and then to state what you can do, what you can offer, show samples of your work, and then contact information. Some of the VAs or some of the freelancer would add their packages and rates, but for me, I don't like in my actual portfolio, I don't add rates, because sometimes people has different requirements and I have to understand the scope of work because before I can really say how much I charge. So that's just one thing. You can check, you can design how you want it. So mine is just very direct and simple, I guess. But I've started, or I've, since this is directing more on my agency part business, I wanted to create more of a personal portfolio for myself. That's why I started one, which I haven't finished yet. But this is just to show you an example. So this is like directly to myself, not about my agency, the agency part. So the things here is not yet, complete, but the flow is that I have my about page, I have what I can offer, and the trainings and blah 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 that I have, and then samples of work, which I'm not done yet, but still working on it. But yeah, so if you got the idea, I also have reviews from my previous clients and something like that, and of course, contact information. So this is very direct and of course interactive, because you can click the buttons and other things. And do you know where can you guess what the tool that I use to create this very simple portfolio website?
WordPress.
No. Well, WordPress. No, no, this is not WordPress. I did it via Canva.
Mm,
Have you tried creating websites in Canva or
no,
explored it? You haven't?
not yet.
Okay. I want you, so it's just for free. If you've noticed, my domain is vasara.info. I bought this one. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the domain and you know how it works. But I bought this one and used that to create a website using Canva. So you know where to buy domain names? You haven't
Mm,
tried buying anything yet? Not yet.
I don't have
Okay.
money.
Well, actually, this is just 200, 200 or almost 1,000 for a year, so it renews. But if you're going to create a portfolio, like a professional portfolio for myself, for yourself, I want you to start building it. It's not a one day kind of task. It's something that you have to improve on along the way. But if you're going to start, you can say like cheap, I think the name is name cheap domain. This one offers domain name, so you just have to, oh, I forgot my username and password, but you just have to search for what is the name of your freelancing business?
I think virtual solutions at time.
Virtual solutions. And let's see if there's anything available. Virtual solutions. Just that?
Thanks po.
Yeah, let's see if there is available domain. You can actually just see the price here. Okay, virtual solutions. So we have virtual solutions that AI, it's $69 a year. Expensive. So if you scroll down a bit, you'll have you definitely not use the store because you're not a store, right? Yeah. So if you scroll down, you can actually see what is available right now that is not, being used, because the very common thing like virtualsolutions.com is obviously already taken. so you can't use it. You can just see what is available in here. You may want to find cheaper domain by adding something like in here, like let's just say Charles or CH or Philippines, for example, something like that. So yeah, it's way cheaper. It's only $7 a year, and you'll have org, you have .com, that's $9, .net, .ai. So this is how to buy the domain. You just have to add the cart and proceed whatever. So if you're thinking of buying one in the future. Now, how when you create the website, you already have the domain here, and then if you use Canva, for example, you can add the domain there when you build the website. So if you check website for Canva, um you will see some templates that you can just, build or edit, change it according to your brand. So if you search for websites, you will see some templates here. For example, this one is a portfolio website. So if you're going to use this, you just have to change things in here, and then you're good to go. Just update whatever information, especially you're just starting. So whatever is available for you right now, so you can use that. So this is an example of a template, and you can update whatever is in here and make it more of your own. And then once you publish it, there is an option here where you can add the domain that you bought. So right now we're using free. But if you have an existing, you bought it in namecheap.com, you can use the domain that you bought in there. But you can also buy directly from Canva. So a bit more expensive, but still it's convenient. So yeah, that's how you do it. Now, my goal for tonight is to help you, or to maybe encourage you to start building or start creating a portfolio for yourself, because once you start applying, you can just share with them the link to your website or portfolio website, and then it will look a bit more by professional compared to just, giving them the PDF copy of your work or something like that. I experienced like applicants sending me a folder of all the images that they done, just a folder, like, okay, I have to, it's a Google Drive link, and they have, this is client A, client B, client C, and then I have to scroll all the images. It's not, I don't see it as a bit professional, but yeah, it still works. Though having a portfolio will help you be creative in terms of presenting yourself, because remember, freelancing is a business, and you are representing or presenting your service to a possible client or customer. So it's important to design it, a bit more cleaner, and of course really useful in terms of content and helping them to understand who you are and what you do. So that's the whole thing. Okay, so when do you plan to start building your own website, portfolio website?
Mm, I think Wednesday because my final I still have to pass many projects till Tuesday.
I see. No, no worries. Um, when you start creating your portfolio, I want you to have the about page, the service page. You can package your services however you wanted to present it, and then your contacts and sample of your works. Now, I know you are still a student, but all your previous work is can already be added in your portfolio as a sample work. Okay?
Okay.
Um, aside from that, you are still starting with social media. So if you can, you know, plan a promotion on how to invite people to like your page. Aside from like other ways to grow the account is, sharing the actual page to your friends. But sometimes friends don't like your page. I don't know. They can't relate. So really have to do a promotional kind of strategy for people to see your page or something like that.